I don't think that there's anyone out there that will argue that Tanner McKee balled out the other night for the Philadelphia Eagles against the Cincinnati Bengals. Against some ones and some twos, 20 of 25 for 252 and 2, and no interceptions, excuse me, was Tanner McKee. 2 touchdowns on the night, also had one on the ground, and he was the guy. But I would argue that there was another receiver out there, spoiler alert, that went out there and absolutely balled out and did himself a lot of favors. So Darius Cooper, coming up out of Tarleton State, the UDFA, was a guy that came in, and as you can hear my dog digging around in her bed, he was a guy that came in a already very crowded wide receiver room and did himself a lot of favors against the Cincinnati Bengals. So 6 for 82 and a touchdown was Cooper. And you saw it all night long where it was separation, it was nice catches, it was finding a way to get open and go get the football. And I already know what some of you are going to say. Yes, A.J. Brown is going to be a lock for the searcher. So is Devontae Smith. So is probably, Jahan Dotson. I don't think we will debate about that. But the Eagles have no shortage of talent, especially at the wide receiver position. However, after those big three in Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, as well as A.J. Brown, things can get a little interesting. They can get a little interesting. Johnny Wilson, I know he played pretty well. He had 3 for 73 in his own right. He's more of a jump ball wide receiver guy, which is awesome. Also, Aeneas Smith caught a touchdown, 2 for 11 was Smith. But Darius Cooper might do himself some favors. Like everybody was going out and catching passes, but Darius Cooper, to me, showed that he is the most polished, he has the best hands, and he is a playmaker, and will be given an opportunity at this league and in this league, and rightfully so. He absolutely balled out, and I think that this is a sign of things yet to come. Because even if some wild shot he does not make the roster with the Eagles and how well he's been playing, there will be a club, mark my words, that will have him on the 53 on the opening day of the season. Absolutely. I think they will give him a shot and give him an opportunity to go out and earn his own. And Darius Cooper, like we said, it's one thing when you got Tanner McKee out there throwing dimes, but it's another thing when you got a playmaker, a young playmaker that's going out and getting his own in Darius Cooper, and I'm really excited for him. But, for those of you that don't know anything about Darius Cooper, like we had touched on, UDFA coming up out of Tarleton State, and I understand too that, coming up from the FCS, there's going to be a little bit of animosity. Like, people aren't going to necessarily come out and say that he is going to get drafted, he's going to do any of this stuff. But he came out and has played pretty well in camp and played very well in the preseason opener. And I really believe he is going to come out and absolutely continue to get better in the NFL. And who knows, maybe he'll find a way to really break out here. But overall, Darius Cooper did himself a lot of favors against the Cincinnati Bengals. He's looking to continue to build on that through the rest of the preseason and maybe, just maybe, find himself on a 53-man roster. But overall, let us know what you guys think. Darius Cooper balling out. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.